The enjoyment of football it's emotional. You get a charge out of it. It's family oriented. It shows different characteristics, your strength, your charisma, your energy, your mindset. So it's just everything surrounding football. For me, adversity has always been a part of the journey. Starting out, of course, not being the tallest. On every team, I think I was one of the shorter people. I always wanted in the front row taking pictures. You get the knock, you're too short. You can't do this, you can't do that because of your height. I recall one time being called out of class, a few colleges coming in, looking, and the scout said to me, "Where's the rest of you? You look much different on film." He told me that's because I played different on film, but you're very short, so we're gonna have to pass. So that conversation didn't last long. Adversity has always been a thing for me, especially with my height. Of course, you know, I haven't always been the fastest, wasn't always the strongest, but you learn to overcome those things by putting one foot forward and giving it your best. I get a phone call from Peter Jennings, just checking in on me. Me and him had a great rapport at Iowa Wesleyan. Presented the opportunity to come to Carroll. I didn't even know where Carroll was, so wasn't really familiar with the Midwest. Before I stepped foot on the campus, I remember sleeping at Charlotte International for 3 days because I didn't have the money to travel out there. I think those 3 days in the airport, sleeping in the airport, I was able to do a lot of research about the school, so it helped me transition a little bit once I got there.
It was early August. I think camp had already started actually, and the assistant coach came into my office and said Lamont was on campus and did I want to meet him. So of course I went out into the hallway and I probably stuck my hand out to shake his hand, and Lamont wasn't going to have any handshake, and we hugged right from the first day, and that was pretty cool. It was fun. I still remember that day. When we finally saw Lamont on the field with practices and whatnot, it was evident that he was going to fit in really, really well with our style of play, with the Carroll way of doing things. And then to see him do what he was able to do, it was always exciting, without a doubt. He could run inside, he could run outside, he returned kicks, so he was just an overall talented individual that gave us the opportunity to really expand what we wanted to do.
He's gonna kill me for this, but one of the best memories, we're playing a team, and he's preparing his speech, and he completely messes up the speech, and he keeps going, and I look at him and I said, "Coach, I think you messed that one up." And he smiles and looks at me. He said, "Well, I said it so damn good that people believe me, so let's go kick ass."
We realized that he was a pretty special player from the beginning. He was able to do things that we just would turn around and smile at each other and nod our heads and say, "Yep, that's Lamont." I remember one specific game. It was actually here at home, and he was running sideways, you know, and didn't see the hole develop, and he ended up running out of bounds, and he came to the sideline, and I'm sure I remember it maybe a little bit differently than Lamont, but we had a nice calm conversation about him putting his foot in the ground and getting up the field, and sure enough, the next time he goes on the field, it was the same call, same direction, running towards the sideline, and he sticks his foot in the ground and he rips off a 50-yard touchdown. He comes to the sideline and we just smile at each other, and to this day we still laugh about that game.
For me, so many people were so essential to growth because of the family bond. Speaking to people all over the state, you know, those calls were so important to me because at the time I thought I was in Wisconsin by myself, and I really wasn't. It was just me understanding who my new family members were, and I had to understand to rely and lean on them more than I normally would. So family was a big part of why I was so successful at Carroll University. while I've always said that this is an individual accolade, to me this represents some of the things that you can do with a strong team and a strong family behind you. Without the family that I have and those that I kind of adopted, we wouldn't be sitting here today. So the biggest part of understanding the whole Hall of Fame journey is family. Family is essential.